10:41 on this Monday morning. Let's talk about some good news here. There's a lot of great school chefs out there helping to feed all of our students here in Connecticut, and we've got one of them here as the first in our week-long installment of A+Eat series. Happy to have Lianne Xenophotos. She is working for Rocky Hill Public Schools, right? The whole food director for all of Rocky Hill Public Schools.
I'm the food service director. Yes, thank you for having me.
Glad to have you here.
So happy. We have a very simple recipe today that I'm going to be highlighting.
Okay.
Rocky Hill is starting, we're merging in our process for farm to school. There's a lot of districts across the state who have already gotten into that, but we are emerging, as they would say. So we are going to do for Connecticut Grown for Connecticut Kids Week a simple pickle recipe that our high school students are going to be making and then highlighting in our cafeteria. Connecticut Grown for Connecticut Kids Week is the first week in October, the first full week of October.
Right. I'm excited for this. My neighbor actually grows cucumbers, just gave me a couple of them, and I didn't know quite what to do with them. I've never pickled anything before.
That's awesome. So this is super family friendly. These cucumbers are from a farm that we've partnered with, Cold Spring Farm in Colchester, as well as the dill I have gotten from them. They're an amazing local farm, so easy to work with, and we are so excited. So I have done some of the work for us. You know, I like to just be ready to go.
And first thing I've noticed is you used a serrated knife to cut them, just to sort of give that texture.
Just for fun. You know, you can use whatever you want. You can use a standard knife. It doesn't matter. This is a little bit more cucumbers than we actually need. I think I cut like 4. So we're going to just kind of play around with this. That is the beauty of pickling. So we have a couple sprigs of dill.
Nice.
As you can see, I'm putting that right in there. This recipe is a cup of vinegar, a cup of water, and then 2 teaspoons of salt, which I've already pre-measured here.
All right.
So we're popping that in. And then also, it was about 2 cloves of garlic. I have a little extra here, so we'll do a little less.
That's fine. You can always do more garlic.
You can.
That's just one of the rules of cooking.
Whatever your heart desires. This is really, really customizable. So Tim, why don't you pop that vinegar in there?
All right. Simple enough.
So that's the 1 cup of vinegar, and I'm going to quickly measure the 1 cup with the same measuring cup, because we're saving.
And then the 1 cup of the boiling water, so everything comes together. I imagine the hardest part is trying to sort of eyeball ahead of time exactly how much is going to fit in the jar.
Exactly. I actually wrote that on the recipe. I do believe the station is going to post that online.
We are, yes, on fox61.com.
So you can see, I made a little note. Make sure your container can actually support the liquid and the everything together. So that we have that. The only thing I do need that I forgot to grab was a spoon, but we can use the knife.
There we go.
I don't really want to stick my hands in hot boiling water, but yeah, you'd want to either stir it or shake it.
Okay.
So
just
we have
a quick stir, right?
Yeah. So this is a quick pickle. This is not going to hold as you would like in a jar in your pantry, but this would go in the refrigerator. You can keep it for about up to 2 weeks.
Okay.
Enjoy them. They're nice and crisp and fresh.
How long does it take before you feel like they're sufficiently pickled?
At least 24 hours.
Okay.
But that's something you can also play with. If you decide that you're like, hey, I want my pickles to be a little bit lighter in flavor, then do half a day and then enjoy them at dinner. So it takes a little bit of forethought. That you need to, like, hey, if I want to make fresh pickles, I can't just have them in an hour. But
that's all right though. It's something for the kids to do too.
Correct.
I'm already seeing that. So I have a 6-year-old.
Okay.
He loves dill pickle flavored Lay's potato chips.
Fun. You have to do this.
This is a little healthier.
So I don't know if you would like to have one, and I have one for myself over here.
Yeah, nice.
Cheers.
Simple. A pleasure. Of course, the vinegar is that first thing. I mean, you know what dill pickles taste like. This is right on the money. It doesn't taste like we've approximated anything. It tastes just like you'd get it right out of a jar.
Thank you so much.
And it's that simple. That's all there is to it. So is it garlic, 2 teaspoons of salt, a cup of vinegar, a cup of water, and then the pickles. It goes in. You said it was customizable. Is there any other thing you can do if you want to try and spice it up a little? Well, not literally, but
you could. You could make them a little spicy if you wanted. I like to make bread and butter pickles at home, so that's a whole nother recipe, but adding a little sugar. Ideally in school we are not going to add sugar, but there's so many things you could do with pickles. You could use different vegetables. You could do this with, same concept with carrots or peppers or onions.
That's what I was going to add. It'll work with carrots? I would have thought maybe they were a little too dense.
You could pickle. They'll give the pickle flavor, but they'll still be crunchy.
Okay.
And ideally you want to add the hot water because it's going to melt that salt and make everything kind of like steep. So Yeah, it's really that simple, and we're very excited to get into our farm to school journey in Rocky Hill.
That is good. And I don't think, again, I've never pickled before, so I didn't realize garlic was a part of the process. And now, as soon as I taste it, I realized, of course, I've been tasting garlic in there the whole time. And I never realized it. All right, Lianne, thank you so much. This is wonderful. A pleasure to meet you.